welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a video on how I mix and master my songs, mainly so I can look back in a year and see the progress I've made in this last year. And also this is to show the progress that I've made in the past year. I've only actually been recording my songs for a year now. When I first started, I really had no idea what to do at all. I had no idea. I still don't have much idea about EQ and compression. I use a lot of presets in the plugins I use, but I've got a much better idea than I did when I first started. Also, gain control and things like that, I had no idea. So my original songs were very muddy, a little distorted, a lot of unnecessary noise. So I'm making this video so I can look back and see the progress I've made this last year, and also I can look back and see the progress I've made in the next year. So if you've been watching my channel for a little while now, you know I use STL TONEHUB for my guitars and bass. For drums, and this one I've used EZDRUMMER. On other songs I use Get Good Drums P4 kit. I've routed the drums so we've got individual tracks for things like kick, snare, toms, cymbals, overheads. I've enhanced some of these things with plugins. So the kick, I've added an EQ, so I've got Schecter C-7 EQ, and I use the presets built into this. I like using the presets that are built in because obviously they're made by professionals, tailor-made for specific things. In this case for the kick, also I use Schecter Parallel Particles presets and a compressor presets, and I do the same thing here for the snare, presets for the snare, presets for the tom. Over here I've got another plugin, CLL drums. It's got a ton of presets for each individual thing like kick, snare, toms. So they're the plugins that I use for boosting my drum sounds a little bit. Also what I'm going to do is add a drums compression bus, and we're going to send the kick and the snare. So here it is here. So we're going to add the compressor. Where is it? There it is. And I'm going to get a preset, drum bus. So we're going to grab this little bit here, and I like to use the pre-fader, which allows me to fade things out while they've been compressed. So you can already hear the snare and the kick drum in there. Let's boost it a little bit. Overheads. And ambience. Okay, so that's the first thing. We'll go back to this bit here, and I'll mute the drum bus so you can hear the difference. So it's boosted everything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kick this down to about 9, and I'm also probably going to kick the snare individually down, yeah, about 1. So that's why it's good. Also, you can individually use these sliders to drop things. You can drop the whole thing in this track here, or you can go in and use the sliders here. Okay, so now we're going to start adding things over into the master bus, and we've got to watch this section over here too. So the first thing I'm going to add is a vintage EQ from Isotope Ozone Advanced. I'll probably use the increased lows and highs. Once again, presets. Like I mentioned, I've got to keep pushing down the stream plugin or you're not going to hear any difference. Next I'm going to add another EQ, and this is going to smooth out the low end a little bit. Push that up there. Oh. Preset. Control low end. Now I'm going to add a compressor, and it is going to be the mastering one, that's right. But I'll probably, I'm going to make a couple of adjustments to this. Alright. Add effects. Flatline. Boost that up to about 4.4 to start with. And we'll keep it back to about there. Now we're going to add a maximizer. Okay, what I like to do here. No, we don't use that one. Oh yeah, we do. It's classic master. And I'm going to do some changes on my own here. I'm going to up these transient and sustain up to about 80. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. That's pretty much what I would do to mix and master. So what I'll do here, I'm going to bypass all of the things that I've just added to give you a sound difference. So I'll just push the stream up top. That should bypass everything. And then I'll mute the drums. So that is the difference. Push this back down here. Drums, where are you? And I'll do it again. Stream up the top. Muting the compression on the drums. And all in all, that took me 5 minutes maybe. What I'll do now, I'll just turn on and off the maximizer and flatline to show you the difference these two do in giving it a boost without making it muddy and yeah, and that unnecessary noise. Like, sure, you could push these things, but it's going to start sounding terrible. 3 is about the max I like to go, depending on the song. What I'll do, I'll get into a louder section. We'll see what we can do with this flatline. They're starting to get out of control there. Alright, cool. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you in this video, how I do it. I pretty much have a template in Reaper that I use when I record my songs, and this is the template over here. This is pretty much exactly how I use it at the moment. All of these plugins I haven't acquired just instantly. I've acquired them over this past year. I subscribe to a lot of these companies, so if they're offering really cheap deals or giving away plugins for free, I snabble them up. Even with TONEHUB, if they're doing 50% off sales, I'll look for things that I think I like on a budget. Even though some things like FLATLINE are probably the most expensive thing that I've got. Just look for sales, subscribe to these companies, get emails when sales are on, because plugins definitely make a difference. They've made a massive difference to the clarity of my songs, and I know a year ago I had no idea what to use. Like I mentioned, I use the presets in most of these plugins, so I don't know a lot still about EQ, compression, even these chains. I don't know. But I think my camera just ran out. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding the plugins, just hit me up. If you have any advice on what I should do to improve my mix, I would really love any feedback. Hit like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time.